Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today's a little bit of a different video because my good friends over at Deerfamy sent me a 5 to 6 person insulated pop-up tent, and I'm going to be testing it out today. I'm going to be giving my initial impressions and just going over some details of the tents. I do own 2 other pop-up tents. I own an otter tent and a Frabill tent, and this one costs about half the price of any of those other brands of tents. So I'm going to be testing out how the quality compares and yeah, just giving my impressions on it. I have already set up this tent once in my basement, but this is the first time setting it up on ice, so hopefully it goes smoothly. This is my first time setting up any tent this year, for that matter, because the ice has been pretty iffy, but we finally have enough ice out here so I can test out this tent and give my opinion on it. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll go over what all comes with the tent, and then I'll set it up. Alright, so like I said, I have already set up this tent once. So I did actually take out the mat that comes with the tent because I didn't think I was going to use it today. It's basically a tarp, just so you put under the tent. Is so your feet are off the ice and keeps it a bit warmer. So I'm just gonna pull the tent out of the bag. And initially when the package came, this part was over this part of the tent, just as packaging. And this will kind of give you an idea of what the insulation looks like within the tent there. You can see. So as you can see here, this is where your pegs come in. And I'm going to count how many pegs there are that comes with it. So it looks like it comes with 8 of those pegs, which makes sense because there's 4 corners and then the 4 sides that you attach the rope to keep it from blowing in. And then it also comes with these fancy clips here that I believe are used to hang stuff inside. Like if your coat got wet and you had the heater going, you could hang this up on the roof of the tent and then hang your coat up to dry it out. Or anything, you could hang lights up, anything like that. And then it also comes with the ropes right here that are used to cinch down the sides. Like I said, if you have high winds, then it doesn't blow in the sides of the tent. It's not that windy out here today, so I don't really think I'll need to use these ropes, but I will definitely peg down 4 corners of the tent just to make sure that it doesn't blow away. Alright, so now I'm gonna get this tent set up. So it comes with this buckle right here basically that you can just unclip, and that just holds the tent together so it's easy to put in the bag when you're done using it. Yeah, so it's just like any other tent. Just gonna unfold it. So it's just like any other tent, just unfold it. You always want to pop up the center of the tent first, and then you pop up the sides after. still set up. There's not much snow on the ice, so it is pretty slippery, and I don't want this tent to blow away, so I am gonna peg down the four corners. Alright, so I got the tent all pegged down, and like I said, it does come with these ropes right here and some extra pegs. So if it was a really windy day out and you thought that these could be pushed in and caved in, then you could tie ropes from these right here down to the ice and peg it down, just to make sure they don't fold in. I'm not doing that today because it's not really that windy out. But yeah, let's go over some details of this tent now. These right here seems like a regular tent. Has these nice handles when you're popping the tent up to grab onto. It's really helpful. As you can see, there's a door like this on either side of the tent. You have your windows right here, and you have the vent just up here, and it's actually really cool because it has this little piece right here that you could stick in there, and that makes sure that the vent always stays up and open. So if you want airflow, then it's not just gonna close on you. So I'm gonna leave that open. And then if you go around to the other side of the tent, it's the same thing. You have a door right here, and then you also have a vent right here. So in total, there's 2 windows, 2 doors, and 2 vents on this tent. So as you can see, the door here on both doors, if you want to leave them open, which I'm going to do for lighting purposes inside, you can just clip it onto there, and then the door stays open. Alright, so now I'm going to show you some of the features inside here. So as you see on either side, you have a vent right there. On the other side, you have another vent, as I showcased on the outside. And then you have your window right here. Now it does have this flap that you can take down. So if you don't want light in, you can just put it down. If you do, you can wrap it up, and then use this to clip it up. Now these poles, I originally thought, because of the cheaper price, that these poles wouldn't really be the same diameter or same quality, but everything I can see seems to be the same. The only difference that I can tell between my otter shack and this shack is that the insulation on this one definitely isn't as thick as that one. So yeah, I'm not sure how this would be on very, very cold days, but today it's -8 Celsius out, and I'm gonna get the heater going in here and just see how well it holds heat in here. But yeah, I'm just gonna go over some of the other features as well. As you can see, there's a net right here. So if you take this and you can bring it back and clip it onto here, and clip the other side onto there. If you have any wet things, you can put them up there and then dry them out. It looks like there's just one of those nets, and then on the sides here there's also these pockets. There's 2 of those pockets in total. So if you look at some of the stitching around in the shack, it all looks pretty good, because the stitching kind of gives you an idea of how long the tent will survive over a number of years. and it seems like pretty good quality stitching. So I just thought I'd go over the dimensions of this ice shack. I will put them up on the screen from Amazon, what they say the dimensions are. I don't have a tape measure with me to measure, but as you can see, I'm 5'11", standing near the middle right now, and I have lots of room. Even if I go to the side, still have lots of room. Just hit my head right on the edge. So lots of room to stand up in here, which is really nice to stretch out during your long day of ice fishing. So there is plenty of space in this ice tent. I don't really know if you could fit 6 people in here like it says. I would think 4 or 5, probably about 4 would be your max, with a bunch of gear and holes in here. So yeah, I'm gonna get the heater set up and see how this tent holds in heat throughout the day of ice fishing in this -10 weather here. As I said before, it is anywhere from -8 to -10 Celsius out today. So pretty cold outside, and this tent, the insulation is definitely working. Being able to heat the whole shack with the setting on low will definitely save propane. And yeah, this thing definitely holds in heat very well. I like how the windows are stitched up so it doesn't let any cold air in, and there's still light coming through. So yeah, overall, I'm really happy with this tent so far. So as I said before, this tent in particular, which is the 5 to 6 person insulated tent, it costs, I believe, $360 Canadian. So it was one of the more expensive models, but you could get a 3 to 4 person insulated that costs $250 Canadian, and then you can get the non-insulated versions, which are quite a bit cheaper. I believe the non-insulated 3 to 4 person is about $180 Canadian. I believe there's even a 6 to 8 person tent that you can get. I'm not sure if the insulated model is available, but I know the non-insulated one is, and I believe it's $280 for that non-insulated 6 to 8 person. If you were to compare those prices to many of the other brands on the market, like Otter, Eskimo, and Clam, these tents are a lot cheaper and great for someone that's on a budget and just wants to get out ice fishing. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this Deerfamy tent. Big shout out to Deerfamy for sending me this tent to do this review. The tent seems like really good quality. As I said before, the insulation isn't quite as thick as on my Otter tent. However, like I said, this tent is about half the price of most other brands of tents. So yeah, if you just want to get out on a budget and you're not planning on going out in -30 weather, then I highly recommend this tent. I'll leave a link below to where you can go and get this tent. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.